some people have that motivation to keep going, and I give props to them. But is this something I really wanted? I wasn't sure. So that is why I did not press that submit button. And I was like, dang, I did this whole application. I wrote like my letter that I needed to, explaining everything I had. But anyway, that is.
I think that's great because you said you mentioned an MBA, right? Most people, right, if it's like a 1 year master's, they'll go straight out of undergrad, right?
Mhm.
But I've noticed like for the MBAs I've like worked with, right, or at UCLA, who have worked for a year or two and came back. There's even some who came back after 10 years, or some people who came back after like a longer time, right? Because it's a huge mix. Once you get to grad school, it's just a mix of people, right? And the people who went to the professional workforce and learned a lot being in industry, they are able to really digest the content more and relate more to the case studies that you do, because business school is heavily case study and it's heavily group projects, because in the workforce it's all working with other people in a group and then like learning about case studies for businesses, right? So I've worked with people fresh out of undergrad, straight after one, like didn't even go to work for a year or two, and they're just kind of like lost. This is all conceptual to them. But I have worked with
Yeah.
people who at UCLA who were like one of the founding engineers at Instagram, right? And he was like there doing the acquisition when Zuck acquired Instagram, and they know so much. And then I've worked with people who like help basically found Shopify, right? Stuff like that. And they come back and they know so much, and it's crazy. And I have people who are doctors who got their MD at like UCLA or UCSF and then came back to do an MBA, right? And they know so much, right? So I think you're making the right move by working and then maybe going back to the master's if that's what you end up pursuing. And you're being very honest with yourself, right? A lot of times, most first generation families, like I guess mine, like they always pressure you to go back to school so quickly to get your master's because they want you to succeed, right? Their hopes and dreams are under your arms, right? But I think you're doing the right thing by kind of figuring out what you want to do, and getting to that professional workforce. So props to you, Claire.
Thank you.